In this video, I am going to teach you how to solve an axis or axial cube. Solving this cube is very similar to solving a 3 by 3 cube. It is because the axis cube itself is a 3 by 3 cube which is differently shaped. To show this, I choose a color, let's say green, in the 3 by 3 cube, and I am able to move the whole color, green. But in the axis cube, if I choose the same color, green, I am not able to move it as a whole. Instead, I can only move it as the part of the color green. So a layer in an axis cube does not contain any whole color. Instead, it contains only the parts of other colors. So as it is a differently shaped 3 by 3 cube, we use almost all of the formulas which we use to solve the 3 by 3 cube. So if you don't know how to solve a 3 by 3 cube, it will be a little bit difficult to solve the axis cube. So I recommend that you see my video on how to solve a 3 by 3 cube. I have given the link of that video in the description. So let's begin with the video and solve the axis cube. As I told you before, the axis cube is a differently shaped 3 by 3 cube. So we are going to use the same formula which we use in a 3 by 3 cube to solve the axis cube also. And we will also follow the same steps we use in the 3 by 3 cube. So our first step will be to find the right center piece from where we want to start solving it. So in this video I will be choosing this as the center, and then after choosing the center we will be making a cross, after which we will be putting the corners in their right places, and there will be an extra step which will not be there in a 3 by 3 cube. That will be to align the center themselves. In a 3 by 3 cube, we will align the edge pieces along with the centers. But in the axis cube, we have to align the centers correctly, because the centers are two different colors. So a center may be positioned like this. Then this green will be here and the red will be here. Then this will not go on together. So we will need to align these pieces. Then we will solve the second layer, which is this one, and then we will be solving the last layer, and that will be similar to a 3 by 3 one. Okay, so let's begin with the video. Now for solving the first layer, as I told you before, we need to choose a center, and in this video I am going to choose this piece which has green and white as my center. So after choosing this as my center, I am going to build a cross around it. So this cross will be depending on the center I choose. So if I choose this as my center, I need to remember this green trapezium, white trapezium, this white and orange piece, and green and orange piece. These four are the edge pieces I need to remember, and I should remember that they will come as the edge pieces if I choose this as my center. And if you are choosing, let's say, this blue and orange piece as your center, then you need to remember these four pieces. So it depends on the center you are choosing. And after choosing the center, we will build a cross as I told, and we will put the corners in their places. After that, we will be moving on to solving the second layer. So let me shuffle my cube first. So now I have shuffled my cube. So let's begin with the solving. I had chosen the white and green piece as my center. So I make it face me like this. I hold it like this, and I remember those four pieces which are going to make a cross, and I have given the picture here as you can see. So first we will be placing the two trapeziums in the correct place, and then going to solve those two double colored pieces. and I have already one green trapezium placed here. And to know where this will get placed, you can see that in this green part itself, it will be placed in the green part because it's green in color. So in this green part itself, there is a place where there is lower pieces, and there is a place where it is like a top. It's like a mountain. It's high, and this side is low. And this is not high enough to be placed here. It is so small. So we know that this will be placed here. But it will not be placed like this. It should be placed like this. So how will we solve it? Then we will use a formula, and then it will be twisted like this. So the formula goes like right side up R U prime B prime U R2. So you can see that it is now correctly placed. Now we will be searching for the white trapezium. So yes, it is here. So I need to bring it to the lower side of the white side. So this is the lower side. It is here. I just simply move it like this. Again, it is not correctly placed. So I need to use the formula one more time. So the formula goes like R right side up U prime. I move the upper side like this. Then B prime. I move the back side like this. And then I move the upper side like this. U and then R2. So I have solved my first two trapeziums. So now, as you can see in the picture, we need a green and orange piece and a white and orange piece. So we already have a green and orange piece placed here. And to bring it here, I need to move it upside and rotate it like this. Yeah, this time it's not, there is no problem because it's correctly placed. And we will, yes, we have this piece here, orange and white one. So we bring it to the third layer, move it out of the way so that we can bring this again here back to its place. And then we could move it like this. Oh yeah, this time also there is no problem. But I'll repeat the formula one more time. So the formula goes like right side up, the upper side moves to the right, the back side here, that one moves downwards, and the upper side moves like this. So I can bring this back, and then R2, which is I am moving the right side 2 times. So it will be twisted like this. And I repeat the formula one more time to solve this one. So R U prime B prime U R2. Okay, so now let's go to the corner pieces. So to solve the corner pieces, we need the corners. So the green triangle, which will come here, as you can see in the picture, the green triangle will come here, the white triangle will come here, and this cone shape, this pyramid shaped piece will come here, and an orange triangle will come here. So to place the pieces correctly, we need the pieces to be in the third layer so that we can insert it correctly, and the green which needs to be in the third layer, which is in the first layer. So we cannot solve this without putting this in the third layer. And the white which should come here, it is also in the first layer, it is not in the third layer. And this is also in the first layer, and only this piece is in the third layer. And if this was in the first layer, all of the pieces are in the first layer, then we need to bring at least one to the third layer. So we will I'll choose the orange itself. I am bringing it to the third layer, simply like this. But if I move this to join it, then it will this will not move at all. So I am moving it out of the way and then bringing the green trapezium back up. So now I have the triangle shaped like this. We need a vertical triangle here, and it is not vertical, but we can do it like this and see before we use the formula. If I insert it like this, it will not be right, but if I insert it like this, it will become vertical. It's right. So I need to insert it like this here. So I need to move the right side up in order to place it correctly. So I place the triangle itself in my right side, and then I move this piece to the left, and then bring the right side down, bring this piece back here, and then bring the right side to the top. Now we have white side out of the way, so we can insert the white side correctly. If I insert it like this, it's not correct. If I insert it like this, it will become correct. So I need to insert it by the left side. So I place it in my left side, bring the triangle to my right, bring the left side down, I bring the triangle back to the left side, and then bring the whole side upwards. So it is solved now. Now we have this pyramid out of the first layer. We could insert it here. Now if I insert it like this, it's not correct. And if I insert it like this, also it is not correct. Then what will I do? It means that the piece which should it is twisted. It is facing downwards. If the white was here, I could have just moved it. Then it would be solved. But the white is facing downwards. Then what will I do? Then I should bring it below the place where it belongs. So here it should be here. I'm bringing it below the place, and then I'm moving the right side down. This layer, they both are in the same layer. So the place where it belongs and the piece itself is in my right side. So I'm moving the right side down. I'm moving it 2 times, and then moving the right side up, and then I'm bringing the piece again below where it belongs. And now I insert and see. This way it's not correct, and this time in this way it's correct. So this way it's correct. So I'm bringing both the piece below where it belongs, and then it will be correct in the left side way. So I move it towards the right, bring down the left, bring the right back here, and then move it up. And now I have only one piece, this one. I need to bring it above. If I insert it like this, it's correct. So it's the right side way. So since it's the right side way, I am moving it towards the left, bringing down the right, bringing the piece back to the right, and then moving it up. So I have solved my first layer, and then before solving the second layer, as I told you, we need to align the piece to the correct center. But how will I know which is the correct one? Because here also green is there, then here a green piece should be there. Here also green is there, here also a green should be there. Here there is no green. Then so there is here also orange should be there, here also orange should be there, here there is orange, here also there is orange. So it should be like this, but it is also not it's not correctly aligned. Then how will I align it to the center correctly? If it is not aligned correctly, then what we should do is to start with one piece. So I start with this white layer, and then I twist it 2 times, F2. I move the face 2 times, and I am looking the piece, how is it aligned? It is a white trapezium, so it will be on the lower side of the white. I know that it will be in the lower side. So I am moving it out of the way by doing U2. If I move it only once, then this will be broken apart. So I am doing it 2 times, U2, and then I am twisting it until I have the lower side correctly here. So this is an upper side, this is the lower side, it is here. Now I am doing the U2 one more time to bring the white trapezium back, and then I am moving the face, F2. So it's correctly aligned now. Then we'll move on to the second one. So we first do F2. It's the green trapezium, the lower side will be here. Then I notice it, I am looking at the piece. Then I am doing U2. Now I am turning the center until I have the lower side here. So I do it F now, and then I am correctly aligning the center, and then doing U2 again. U2, so I can bring the green trapezium back, and then F2, so I can bring it to the correct place. Now these two are correctly aligned. Now for this one, so I am doing F2 this time, and I have this higher shape mountain like piece here. So I am looking at the piece, doing U2, and then as correctly placing the center so that the mountain like side is here, and then I am doing U2, which means I am turning the upper side 2 times, and then I am doing F2, which shows I am moving the face 2 times to bring this to the bottom. Now let's move to the last center. So this time I am repeating the same thing, F2. Then I am looking at the piece like how it is aligned. Then I am doing U2, correctly aligning the center so that I can correctly place this piece. Then I am doing U2 so that I can bring the piece back, and F2, which means I am moving the face 2 times. So now I have completely solved the first layer, even with the aligning of the centers. Now we can move to the second layer. To solve the second layer, which is this strip, this whole strip, okay, this is correctly aligned here. This is not aligned. This also is not aligned. This also is not aligned. Okay. So here, from the first layer itself, I choose a piece. No, I don't need to turn the first layer. I'm just seeing the solid green surface. So the triangle has a green trapezium in between these 2 triangles. So I have a green trapezium in between these 3 triangles. So I should have a red trapezium in between these 3. So where's the red trapezium? It's here. So I need to bring it here. And from this I know that the longer side of the trapezium will be in contact with the upper triangle. So the longer side, it will be in contact with here. If I place it here and do it like this, it will not be in contact, because the longer side is facing bottom, but the upper side is on the top. So I need to place it here and do it. So it will be correctly matching, and the longer side will be on the top. So I need to place it here in the right side way. So if I want to do it in the right side way, I must move it to the left. I'm moving the piece towards the left, and then I'm bringing the right side down. I'm bringing the piece back towards the right, and I'm moving the right upwards. So now I have these two joined together. Now I'll be inserting just like how we insert a corner in the first layer. Like this way, it's not correct. In this way, it's correct. So it's the left hand way. So since it's the left hand way, I'm moving it towards the right, bringing down the left, bringing the piece towards the left, and then moving the left side upwards. So I have put the first piece of the second layer here. Now I have this one. I should have this longer mountain-like piece should be here. So the longer mountain-like piece, this is the only piece which is having white color and is longer piece. So I need to put it like this, because if it is done like this, then it will not be correctly matching, because it's white, it's blue. So I need to put it this way. So it is the left hand way, since I am moving it towards the left. So since it's the left hand way, I move it. I'm facing this piece like towards me, so that the place where it should go and the piece itself are both on the same side. Okay, so since it's the left hand way, I move it towards the right, bring down the left, bring back the right, and move the left upwards. Now I have these two joined together, and if I move it like this, it's correct. So it's the right side way. Since it's the right side way, I move it towards the left, bring down the right, bring back the left, and move it up. So I have only one more piece to go, and I know that the lower side should be in contact with this vertical triangle. So the lower side of the orange trapezium should be in contact with this one. So I should move it like this, only then the lower side will be facing the top. So I should move it like this. It's the right side way. Since it's the right side way, I move it towards the left, bring down the right, bring the piece back towards the right, and then bring the right side upwards like this. I have these two joined. It should be placed like this, which is a left hand way to solve. So it's the left hand way. I move it towards the right, bring down the left, bring the piece towards the left and put it upwards. So now I have solved the first along with the second layer. Now we will be solving the third layer. We are going to solve the third layer of the axis cube just like how we solve it in the 3x3 cube. So in a 3x3 cube, to solve the third layer, first we make a cross. Since I choose my white color as the first layer, my last layer will have a yellow cross. So yellow cross, and then we will be matching it with the side center like this. After making the cross, we match it with the side. So if it is like this, I'll match it. But not only single piece, we'll match it every other pieces also. And after doing that, we'll be solving the corners. Okay, so for making the cross, we may have many patterns which are already there. First one is like this, which is a single dot in the center. And then we may have this pattern, this L-shaped one. And then we will do a formula to make it a straight line. So we have the next a straight line pattern which is already there like this. And then we may already have a built-in cross like this. Okay, we also have the same patterns in the axis cube also, but we cannot see just like that in the axis cube because the center has two colors. So then what we will do is to check each and every piece if it is matching with the center. So this yellow will come here because this is the only center which has yellow in this whole layer. So this yellow will be coming here. Okay, it is not matching correctly because it is not matching correctly. Then we will move on to the blue trapezium, which should come here since there is no other blue. So we will move it here. It is also not matching correctly. This piece comes here itself. So this red should have come here. This blue one should have come to the top. Since this is also not correctly matched, let's check the last one. It should come here. And this one is also not correctly matching because this is the red one. This red should have come to the top. So as you can see, all the four pieces are not correctly aligned. That means the pattern is a single dot in the center like this. So this is the single dot here. And then we will be doing a specific formula to make it the L-shaped pattern. So we will make this single dot into a L-shaped pattern. For that, we need to face any side. Since there is only single dot, we have the freedom to select any side we want and then do the formula. Okay, I will choose this side and I am doing the formula like this. F R U R prime U prime F prime like this. and then we'll check the whole thing again, from the blue one as the first. Okay, this time the blue is matching, so I have a blue one matching. So next one, which can be this one. Okay, I have this red and yellow also as matching. This one is still not matching. This is also not correct still now. So I have these two pieces that are correctly aligned. So I have two pieces correctly aligned. That means I have a L-shaped pattern. So as I have a L-shaped pattern, I can face it like this or like this, the mirror image of L, like that I should face it, or I can face it like this. But we cannot face it like this, and we cannot face it like this. So I can choose the side only like this. So I can choose only red and orange as in this case. So now we have like this. Since these two are the correct and matching piece, I should face it like this or like this. So I will choose, I'll face it like this, and then we are going to repeat the same formula again. The face, I'll move it like this. The right side, I will move it upwards, and then the top side, the upper side, I'll move it like this, and then I'll move the right side downwards, and then the upper side also, I'll move it reversely. It's like I am reversing my previous move, and I'll move it back, and then the face also, I'll put it back like this. So now let's check all the pieces again. So this time this is correct, and then okay, this blue is not correct now, and this yellow, it is correct. This is still not correct. So I have these two pieces correctly aligned. If I have two pieces correctly aligned in the other way, if this is like this, the other piece is not adjacent like this, it will be to the opposite like this. If I have like this, then it means I have the pattern of a straight line, and if I have a straight line, I can do the formula if I face it horizontally. So this line should not be vertically for me. So if I place it like this, for me it is vertically aligned. So I have to face it horizontally and then do the formula. So I can do it either like this or like this. So let's do it in the axis Q. We have these two pieces correctly aligned, so I can face it like either like this or like this. Okay, I'll face it like this and then do the same formula again. So the face, I'm moving like this, F, and the right side, I'm moving it upwards, R, and then the upper side, I'm moving it like this, the clockwise. So it's U, and then the right side, I'm moving it downwards, which is R prime. And the upper, I'm reversing my previous move. I moved it like this. I am moving it backwards in the anti-clockwise direction. So it's U prime. And then I'm reversing my face move. I moved it like this. I'm reversing that one. So I have done the formula. Let's check if there is any changes. So let's start with this one. This is correctly aligned now, and this is also correctly aligned. Let's check this blue trapezium one. Just like this. Okay, this is also correctly aligned, and the yellow one and the yellow trapezium is also correctly aligned. So now you can see that all the 4 pieces are correctly aligned, and if all the 4 pieces are correctly aligned, then it's already a cross, it's a done cross. And now we have what we have to do is we will not do it in a 3x3 cube because it's an additional step in the axis cube. It is like turning the center to match all the 4 pieces. It is not like a cross now because the center is not correctly placed. So what we have to do to correctly align the center is to first check if there is any piece which is correctly aligned with the center. And I don't have any correctly aligned piece with the center. So what I will do is to face any side. Just like how if we have a single dot in the center, we have the freedom to choose any side. And if no edge piece is correctly aligned with the center, then we have the freedom to choose any side. And if we choose any side, then we will do this formula. Right side up, I am moving the upper side like this. Right side down, I am moving the upper side like this one more time. Right side up, I am moving the upper side 2 times this time, and then I am moving the right side down. Yes, now I have one piece correctly aligned with the center, and if I have this one, then I should face it as if it's facing me. So if I keep it like this, it's not facing me, it's facing somewhere else. So I want it to face me like this. Or you can move it like this also, since this is the correct place. And then we repeat the same formula again. This time we cannot choose any side. We have to make it face us, and then we should do it here. So let's do it again. Right side up, which is R. The upper side I'm moving like this, U. And then I'm moving the right side down, which is R prime. And I'm moving the upper side like this, which is U. And I'm moving the right side upwards again, R. And then I'm moving the upper side 2 times, U2. So I move it 2 times, and then I move the right side down like this. So now I don't have any other changes, since only this is matching. So I will repeat the formula one more time and see. Right side up, and I'm moving the upper side like this. Right side down, I'm moving it one more time. Right side up, I move it 2 times, U2, and then I move the right side down. So this time it's correctly aligned. All the 4 pieces are correctly aligned. So now we will be solving the corners. Before solving cross in a 3x3 cube, first we have to align the pieces with their matching sides centers. But we don't have to do that in an axis cube because we take care of the problem when we solve the cross itself. So we don't have to do that. So for solving the corners, first we search for a piece which is in its place. So for example, what I mean is that this yellow, green and orange piece, it should have come here, but it is not here, it is here. So this is not the piece I am looking for. I want a piece which is in its place. So let's search for it in the axis cube. Okay, this belongs here. It is in its correct place. This should have come here. This should have come here. It is not in its correct place. And this also, it's not in its correct place because it should have come here. And I have only one piece which is in its correct place. And you may also have that you may also have a condition that no pieces are in its correct place, like this one. In this, it should have come here. This should have come here. No pieces are correctly in its place. Then what we will do is to face any side we want. We have the freedom to choose any side we want, and then we will do a specific formula which goes like this. So I am choosing this side and I am doing this formula. Left side, I am moving it upwards. I am moving the upper side towards the left. Right side, I am moving it upwards. I am moving the upper side towards the right. I am moving the left side downwards. I am moving the upper side towards the left. I am moving the right side downwards. I am moving the upper side towards the right. So now let's see what has changed. So this piece has changed, and now this is in its correct place. Once we have a piece in its correct place, then we should have it in our right hand side facing to us. So this is facing me. This is facing me and it is in my right side. It is not like this. It's in my right side and it is facing me. Okay, so now I am going to repeat the same formula. So left side up, L prime, then I am moving the upper side towards the left, U, and right side I am moving it upwards, R, I am moving the upper side towards the right, U prime, and then I am moving the left side downwards, L, then I am moving the upper side towards the left, U, then doing R prime, which shows that I am moving the right side downwards, and then I am moving the upper side towards the right, which is U prime. So now also nothing has changed. This is in its place, nothing else is in its place. So we'll do the formula one more time. So like this, I'm moving it like this, then right side up, upper side I'm moving it towards the right, left side down, moving the upper side towards the left, right side down, I'm moving the upper side towards the right. So now I have every piece in its correct place. Now I will be doing a formula 2 times. I'll be doing it in the right side, as well as I'll be doing the exact opposite of it in the left side to solve the axis cube. Okay, so the formula I will do it here in the right side, as well as I'll be repeating the same opposite in the left side to solve it. And to do this formula, we should have one condition: the 2 unsolved pieces should be in our right hand side. So in this I have all the pieces are unsolved, all the corner pieces are unsolved. So I can choose this side. If I choose this side, then these 2 are the unsolved piece. So it is correct only. If I choose this side also, it is correct only. But if I have the condition like this one, here I cannot make them both in my right hand side. So either one will be in my right and one will be in my left, like that only. So I cannot make them in my right hand side. Then what will I do? Then I have to choose a solved piece and the unsolved piece on my right hand side to solve it. And I can also have a condition like this, where one is solved one and the other three are unsolved. I have the same condition in my axis cube also. This is the solved one, the other three are unsolved. Okay, so if this is the solved one, I don't have to make it like this, solved one and unsolved one, because I can make the two unsolved pieces in my right hand side. Then I have no need to do that. Okay, so let's begin with the formula. The formula goes like, the right hand side up, I'm moving the upper side 2 times to the right. Up the right hand side, I'm moving it downwards. I'm moving the upper side 1 time to the right. Right hand side, I'm moving it upwards this time, and the upper side, I'm moving it towards the right 1 time, and then I'm moving the right hand side downwards. And then this is one part of the formula, so I have to do the exact opposite of this formula in my left hand side also. So the exact opposite in the left hand side will be like this. The left side will go upwards and the upper side will move to the left 2 times. The left side will go down, the upper side will move 1 time towards the left. The upper side will move upwards this time, and the upper side will move towards the left 1 more time, and then I'll move the left side downwards. So now I have a condition like these two are solved and I have 2 unsolved pieces diagonal to each other. Then as I told you before, we will have to take the solved piece in our right hand side because we have no other option. So we'll be doing the formula one more time. So the right side will move upwards. We will move up the upper side towards the right 2 times. Right hand will go down. The upper side will move 1 time. Right side will go up, and I'll move the upper side towards the right 1 time, and the upper side will go down, and the right side will go down. And then I will do the exact opposite in the left hand also. Left side will go up. I'll move the upper side towards the left 2 times. The upper side and the right and left side will go downwards. I'll move the upper side 1 time towards the left, and the left side will go upwards. I'll move it 1 time towards the left, and the left side will move downwards. So this is a solved and this is unsolved. I have 2 unsolved pieces in my right hand side. So I'll be repeating the formula. Right side up 2 times, I'm moving it towards the right. Right side down, I'm moving it towards the right 1 more time. I'm moving the right upwards. I'm moving the upper side 1 more time, and the right side goes down. Now the left hand side. The left side moves upwards, moving the upper side 2 times towards the left. Left side goes down. I'm moving the upper side towards the left 1 time, and the left side goes up. I'm moving it 1 more time towards the left, and then I'm moving the left side downwards. So now I have solved my axis cube. As you can see, I have solved my axis cube. So please subscribe to my channel, and if you like the video, please hit the like button. Thanks for watching.